Hello, Cruising World, Mick the Suit Guy with you. It's Monday. Monday is Tips Day, and I have handwritten some tips all around check-in for your cruise, and a couple of things to make sure you do before the cruise, because the pricing is usually better, or availability, or all that good stuff. So let's dive into it. These are all from me, and these are just a few tips. So I'm not going to give you a whole... If I did every tip, it would take like an hour. So I'm going to give you these suggestions, and if anybody else has any of their own, please put them in the comments for people to see, because I'm just doing a broad thing here. All right, so number one, even when you sign up for your cruise, get the hub. It's a very important thing to have. It's going to help you greatly. I have a video on this channel about it. I need to update it with a newer one, but that gives you a lot of good information, and without the hub, your cruise, frankly, you will miss a lot. It covers everything. I know a lot of people want to go unplugged for a cruise, but you can still do that and just have your phone and use it only for the hub. It will help you immensely. It's an app that's a very good app, in my opinion. You can check menus in restaurants. You can check everything. It's got everything on there. So I would strongly recommend you get the hub. That's by the by. For check-in, did you know that a lot of people, when they check in, you've got to start till midnight, because you want to be the first ones to check in to get the early arrival time. But if you don't want to go through the rest of it, you can, when you do your check-in, go straight to arrival time, select your early arrival time so you get on the ship early, and then go back to bed and finish the rest in the morning. So you don't have to do the whole thing to wait till you get there. A lot of people will do that. They will just jump to arrival time, because that's the main reason for checking in early, right? Nothing else on there is important. So do your check-in early time. If you're on the West Coast or Central, this midnight is Eastern time. So if you're on the West Coast, you can check in at 9 p.m. West Coast time that evening. So you're good. You're 3 hours early. Central time, 11, whatever. I don't even know what the times are anymore. But only on the East Coast is it midnight. So remember that. So there would be and put the check-in date on your calendar so you don't forget, on your phone or something, so you get a reminder of when to check in. I've got all mine set up, and I will set mine up for the day before, because even though I get priority, I still get that kind of thrill. It's like the Southwest flight excitement, which is going to go soon, because I'm going to stop using them once they start charging for bags. But put the check-in date in your calendar to remind you when to check in. But the simplest rule of thumb is if you are faster to the fun, suites, platinum or diamond, it is 16 days before the cruise. Everybody else, it is 14 days before the cruise. So don't be shocked when you go to that 14-day one and there's no 10 o'clock arrival times, because all the priority people took the 10 o'clock one. You won't be that far behind. Do not worry. And I want to give a couple of suggestions on some other things real quick. Just cut-off dates of when to purchase things, or when you can and can't do things. Basically, everything, cheers, bubbles, shore excursions, internet, the last chance you get to buy them pre-cruise is at 11:59 Eastern Standard Time, the day before the cruise. So you can get cheers right up to that point at the pre-cruise rate. I see so many people getting cheers on board, and I'm like, why? It's 10% cheaper in advance. The Wi-Fi, for example, if you get the premium package of the Wi-Fi, it's $4.20 a day more per day, if you buy it on board as opposed to buying it in advance. So be very aware of those price differences. The shore excursions, the price don't change, but with the shore excursions, and if you watch these videos enough, I don't recommend Carnival shore excursions. We never do them unless we have no choice whatsoever. But if you want to do shore excursions because you fall for that, getting back on board, am I kidding about that? Because all the local tour companies have guarantees to get you back on board. And 76 cruises in, I've only ever come within an hour of missing the boat once. That's the closest I've ever come. So you just plan appropriately. Most of the time when you see people miss the ship, it's because they didn't plan properly. Here you go, that's why you should only use Carnival excursions. No, that's because the people that were late back didn't plan to get back on time, and half of them probably just were drunk in a bar ashore and didn't even do an excursion. If you plan properly, make sure that your tour guide knows you need to be back at a certain time, so you want to be back. We always go for 2 hours before the ship leaves. You're going to have no problem. Anyways, cheers and bubbles, 11:59 cut off the day before embarkation, 10 o'clock if you call it in, but good luck calling in at 9:59 and expecting to get through. So I would call it at least 9 if you wanted to call in and do it. You can do all of these things online. You can go to carnival.com/funshops, or you can go onto the easiest way will be to go onto your account online and your manage my booking and do it that way. Just know that the cheers is non-transferable and non-refundable if you purchase up to 48 hours before the cruise. So if you are a last-minute buyer, you can't have buyer's remorse and change your mind. If you buy it in advance of that, you can cancel it. You can't ever transfer it, but you can cancel it. And know that with cheers, very brief explanation of this, every adult in the room has to get it. I have heard if you are somebody on the casino deal, and if you are a casino person, please confirm this in the comments. So one of you has that, but one of you does not have it. In advance, you both have to buy the cheers, but if you go on board, they will probably allow you to just one person buy it, but it will be the 10% more. Please confirm that in the comments if you know that. I'm not 100% sure in that statement, but that is what I've heard from some people. You cannot use gift cards when you call into those fun shops, by the way. You can only use gift cards online. And cheers and bubbles are basically the same thing. Apart from bubbles is refundable up to 10 p.m. the evening prior to the cruise. So that's the main difference between the two. Cheers being the alcohol program, bubbles being the non-alcohol program. Shore excursions, this is one thing to be very aware of. If you buy them prior to the cruise, once you get on the cruise, you'll probably not be able to cancel them. If you can, there'll probably be a fee. So be aware of that. There is no cancelling once you get on board. Again, this is what I understand. We never buy shore excursions. That's a lie. We're about to go on Panorama. By the time you watch this, we'll have been on Panorama. And we do enjoy the rhythms of the night tour. And we're not doing that on a local tour because it's later. And there would be a chance of missing the ship on something like that. So we are doing that through Carnival. And in Alaska, we do sometimes do Carnival tours because, yeah. But that's about it. Very rarely do we ever do non-ship tours on any cruise line. Did you know also, and this is an interesting one to me, I was looking this up online, on the Wi-Fi plan, that Netflix and Hulu are supported with your own subscription. However, I can tell you that I have also used Fubo, I have also used Peacock, and pretty much every subscription service I have been able to use online. So Carnival says only Netflix and Hulu. I'm not saying that I disagree. I'm just telling you I have been able to use those other ones online to watch my football. Even though my team is rubbish right now, I'm very proud of them. We just got relegated, but we've had a wonderful 3 years. I wouldn't change a thing, and we will be back. If you know, you know. Ipswich Town FC. So that's brief. I just want to give you a couple of quick ones on that. Nothing to do with the fact that I don't have any other tips from anybody, and I need them to keep these tips going. But it's nice to get those reminders in some of the good ones. So basically, when you're checking in, West Coast gets the early check-in. Oh, and here's another one to remember. If you, this is a totally different subject, but it's kind of a link to the same. Milestones, if you don't know what a milestone is, every 25, 50, 75, 100 cruises, you get a bonus, right? So 25 cruises, you get 25% of your cruise fare in onboard credit. It used to be different, but they changed that. It used to be towards your cruise, but now it's just onboard credit. 50% for 50, 75% for 75, and at 100, you get a free cruise. Woo! So in a lower level cabin, not in a suite. But you'll get that money. You call it in. There's a milestones number you can call. You can get it added in advance. But the onboard credit will show about 2 days prior to the cruise. So don't panic. You can still do your cheers package and stuff with that milestone money. Just wait and be patient. This is what they tell me, and this is what happened on my 25th and my 50th. Both of them, it showed up like 2 days before the cruise. I have my 75th one coming up, And I'm waiting for that to show too, and then I will use that to purchase items before we cruise, because it's cheaper. That's the biggest tip I will give you. Buy before, apart from shore excursions, if you can, because they will be cheaper in advance than on board the ship. And $4.20 a day for the internet is a lot of money, especially if both of you are getting it, or 3 or 4 of you are getting it. So yeah, so that's really some just brief tips on check-in. And yeah, it's kind of a throwaway show. I'm not going to lie. I'm running out of ideas, so I need yours. But you know, it's still a show. But put your suggestions in the comments on what you think you should do. And I'm not really talking about what you should do before the cruise. I kind of covered that in the Cheers and Bubbles very briefly, but more about, you know, your suggestions on check-in and stuff like that and how you do it. And if you've got any tips and secrets, or, you know, I guess basically anything you could do before the cruise, add it, whatever. Put it in the tips. Yeah, that was a throwaway. I'm not going to lie. Anyways, if you want to subscribe, well, I think that'd be useful for some people, you know. But yeah, I've done it before. Whatever. I'll probably do another one the same next week. So this is your incentive to send me your tips, or I'm just going to keep repeating old shows, you know, just to keep this thing going for the sake of it. But again, if it was from episode number 1, who has watched episode number 1? This is episode number whatever. We've been doing this for quite a long time. So who's going to go back to number 1? Send me your tips. Send me your suggestions for things that you do every cruise. You know, like we do a bar crawl and we get them to sign something. It used to be the inflatable ships, but we have virtually run out now. I have 3 left and I'm saving them for special cruises. Now we have bucket and spade. Or here's one I got signed. Or a frisbee. That's what we're using now. Bucket and spade if it's in Florida. Frisbee if we have to go on a plane. That's what it's come to. I wish they would bring the ships back. Anyways, send me your traditions. And another thing that I just added, somebody sent me this, Suzanne sent me this, it was great. Give me your pros and cons of your cruise. So if you go on a cruise, send me what you liked about the cruise, and then send me what you didn't like about the cruise, and we will use that as an episode as well. It's all about helping everybody else, but when you do that, be nice. Don't be specific, or don't be nasty to anybody, you know, because everybody can have a bad day. So don't say this bartender was rubbish because he had a bad attitude. You know, you can do that, but they can all have a bad day. If that was the whole consistent over the whole week, that's a different story. But if it was a one-off, please don't put that, because I'm a positive person. And with that, on a throwaway Monday, we're going to call this one. I will see you later, Cruising World. Well, thanks for watching. Don't forget, subscribe, hit that bell, and you'll get notifications when new videos come out. And don't forget, click on the links to the left and right of me. You can watch playlists, new video suggestions, and more. Any questions? Email me, cruisingsuitguy@gmail.com. And don't forget, I'm a travel agent. Email for help.